Welcome back to Home in Harmony, where we transform ordinary spaces into extraordinary homes. Today we're diving into summer interior decor inspired by the incredible Nate Berkus, perfect for those of us in small apartments who crave that sophisticated, yet approachable aesthetic he's famous for. I'm absolutely thrilled to share these accessible ideas that will bring that signature Berkus brilliance into your space without breaking the bank. If you're new here, I'm passionate about helping you create a home that truly reflects your personality while maximizing both beauty and function. Before we jump into these gorgeous Nate-inspired transformations, take a second to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss our weekly design inspiration. I promise your feed will thank you. From textural elements to carefully curated accessories, I'll guide you through creating a space that feels both polished and personal, exactly what Nate himself champions in his designs. Are you ready to discover how simple changes can completely transform your small apartment for summer? Let's dive in. The cornerstone of Nate Berkus's design philosophy begins with a neutral foundation that allows carefully selected pieces to shine. Start by embracing a warm white or soft cream palette for your walls and larger furniture pieces. This immediately creates an airy, expansive feeling that's perfect for summer. Unlike stark whites, these warmer tones reflect light beautifully throughout the day, making your small apartment feel more spacious. If painting isn't an option for renters, incorporate large neutral-tone textiles like slipcovers or lightweight throws to achieve a similar effect. What truly elevates this neutral base is Nate's masterful use of texture, the secret ingredient that prevents minimalist spaces from feeling flat or boring. Integrate natural woven elements through a jute area rug, a rattan side table, or woven baskets for storage. The interplay of different textures, smooth linens against rough weaves, soft velvets alongside natural woods, creates visual interest without requiring bold colors that might overwhelm a small space. Remember, in a Berkus-inspired interior, these textural elements aren't just decorative. They add depth and character while maintaining that clean, sophisticated aesthetic he's known for. Nate Berkus has always championed the beauty of blending eras, particularly incorporating vintage pieces that tell a story. For your small apartment, focus on finding one or two statement vintage pieces rather than filling the space with collections. That could feel cluttered. Perhaps a mid-century modern side chair with clean lines, a beautifully weathered wooden stool that can double as a side table, or an antique brass lamp that adds warmth and character. These pieces inject instant personality and prevent your space from feeling like a generic showroom, exactly what Berkus advocates for in his designs. Balance these vintage finds with more contemporary elements to achieve that perfect Berkus equilibrium. A sleek, modern sofa pairs beautifully with an antique coffee table, while contemporary art can complement vintage frames. When shopping for vintage items, Focus on quality construction and interesting silhouettes rather than perfect condition. Nate often talks about embracing the patina and history that comes with older pieces. For small apartment dwellers, this approach is particularly practical as it allows you to invest in quality pieces over time rather than furnishing an entire space at once, building a carefully curated home that evolves with your personal style. Transitioning your apartment for summer in true Nate Berkus style means embracing lightweight, natural fabrics that instantly refresh your space. Replace heavier winter textiles with breathable linen and cotton in soft, summery neutrals with perhaps one or two muted accent colors. Nate frequently incorporates textiles with subtle patterns. Think a barely there stripe or a soft geometric print that add interest without overwhelming small spaces. For window treatments, consider swapping heavy drapes for sheer linen curtains that filter sunlight beautifully, creating that gorgeous summertime glow while maintaining privacy in apartment settings. Mastering the art of layering like Berkus means being intentional with each textile choice. Start with a lightweight area rug in natural fibers, then build upward with a few carefully selected throw pillows that vary in texture rather than competing patterns. Nate often recommends limiting your color palette to 3 coordinating hues for a cohesive look. For bedding, embrace the luxury of breathable fabrics. A linen duvet cover in a soft oatmeal tone paired with crisp white sheets creates that hotel-like experience Berkus often references. Remember that in smaller spaces, textiles should work doubly hard. A beautiful throw can soften a structured sofa while also providing practicality for cooler evenings, embodying Nate's philosophy that every item should be both beautiful and functional. Accessories are where Nate Berkus truly shines, transforming spaces through carefully curated personal items that tell your unique story. For summer, embrace objects with natural elements and lighter finishes. Think alabaster bowls, whitewashed wooden objects, or handmade ceramics in organic shapes. Rather than scattered trinkets, Berkus advocates for intentional groupings that create visual impact. Try arranging objects in odd-numbered clusters. 3s and 5s work beautifully, of varying heights on a coffee table or bookshelf. In small apartments, this curated approach prevents visual clutter while still allowing your personality to shine through. Berkus often speaks about incorporating items from travels or with personal significance rather than generic decor. Perhaps display that unique shell collected from a beach trip in a simple glass cloche, or showcase a special book with a beautiful cover as an artful object. For summer styling, rotate in items with lighter visual weight, replace heavy metal frames with natural wood versions, swap out dark books for those with lighter spines on visible shelves. Pay special attention to the areas your eyes naturally land when entering your apartment. These focal points deserve your most special pieces. Remember Nate's golden rule for accessories. They should either be functional, beautiful, or personally meaningful, and the very best items check all 3 boxes. Lighting transforms a space more dramatically than almost any other element, and Nate Berkus' approach perfectly suits small apartments seeking that summer glow. Start by maximizing natural light. Arrange furniture to avoid blocking windows, and use mirrors strategically to bounce daylight deeper into your space. Consider replacing heavy lampshades with lighter options in natural materials like linen or rattan that filter light beautifully. Berkus often incorporates brass or gold-toned fixtures that reflect warmth, creating that sun-kissed summer ambiance, even in apartments with limited natural light sources. Layer your lighting following Berkus' three-tier approach. Ambient lighting for overall illumination, task lighting for functional areas, and accent lighting to highlight architectural features or art. In small apartments, multifunctional pieces are key. A beautiful table lamp provides both ambient glow and task lighting for reading. For a summer refresh, consider string lights artfully draped along a wall or tucked into a large glass vessel as an accent piece, creating that magical evening atmosphere Nate often incorporates in his designs. Smart bulbs that can be dimmed or warmed throughout the day allow you to transition your space from energizing morning light to a cozy evening glow. A Berkus-approved technique for making spaces feel larger and more dynamic, regardless of their actual square footage. One of Nate Berkus' clever design strategies perfectly suited for studio or small apartments is using furniture and textiles to define separate rooms without actual walls. For summer, lighten up these divisions with airy options that maintain an open, breezy feel. Consider a rattan folding screen with open weaving that allows light to filter through while still creating visual separation between your sleeping and living areas. Alternatively, position an open shelving unit perpendicular to walls, filling only about 60% of the shelves with lightweight objects to maintain that important sense of airflow that Berkus often emphasizes in smaller spaces. Textiles offer another Berkus-approved method for space definition that's particularly effective in summer decorating. Hang a lightweight natural fiber curtain from ceiling tracks to create a soft division that can be pulled open when not needed. For defining dining areas within open concept spaces, a round area rug under your table instantly creates a room with soft boundaries. Berkus frequently demonstrates how thoughtful furniture arrangement, like floating your sofa slightly away from walls to create a distinct seating area, can transform an open space into functional zones without making it feel chopped up or smaller. The key is maintaining visual connection between areas through consistent color palettes and complementary styles while still giving each zone its own identity and purpose. Nate Berkus consistently incorporates natural elements that breathe life into interiors, a principle that becomes even more important during summer months and in small apartment settings. Start with the most impactful addition, plants. Even in limited space, a strategically placed larger plant, like a fiddle leaf fig in a simple terracotta pot, creates dramatic visual impact while purifying your air. For those without green thumbs, Berkus often suggests high-quality faux botanicals placed in beautiful vessels. Focus on varieties with realistic stems and leaves rather than obviously plastic options. Clusters of smaller plants on shelves or Windowsills create that lush summer feeling without sacrificing precious floor space. Beyond plants, incorporate natural materials throughout your space in the understated way Berkus is known for. Replace synthetic accessories with ones made from wood, stone, or other organic materials. Perhaps a wooden tray on your coffee table, a collection of interesting rocks or shells displayed in a simple bowl, or linen napkins for summer dining. Natural elements bring texture and subtle color variation that synthetic materials simply can't replicate. For small apartments, Berkus often recommends bringing in seasonal fresh flowers. Even a simple arrangement of greenery from your local market displayed in a favorite vessel adds that vibrant summer energy and connection to nature that makes a space feel alive and current with the season. As we've explored these Nate Berkus-inspired summer transformations for small apartments, the underlying philosophy becomes clear. Living with intention in spaces of any size creates homes that truly nurture us. By thoughtfully curating each element, from your neutral foundation to those personal accessories that tell your unique story, you've created a summer sanctuary that feels both sophisticated and deeply personal. The beauty of Berkus's approach is that it's never about following trends or spending lavishly, but rather about making mindful choices that reflect who you are and how you want to live, particularly in these warmer months when our homes should feel like a refreshing retreat. I hope this journey through Nate's design principles has inspired you to see your small apartment with fresh eyes and to embrace its possibilities rather than focusing on limitations. If you've enjoyed these ideas, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Home in Harmony for weekly inspiration on creating spaces that truly elevate your everyday life. Drop a comment below sharing which Nate Berkus-inspired tip you're most excited to try in your own space this summer. I personally respond to comments and love seeing your design journeys. Until next time, remember that good design isn't about
square footage or budget. It's about creating a home that makes you feel happy the moment you walk through the door. See you in our next design adventure.